government by the people, of the people, for the people. But the people are retarded.
Good morning and welcome back to whatever this is. We can only try, right? We can only try. We do what we can. And last night, I was tired. I was so tired. I went ahead and I went to bed as opposed to run a regular show. Pushed that show out to right now. Figured I'll just make it a whatever this is and wake up, run a show real quick. Usually happens, good timing. Before everybody else has to wake up. Well, this wonderful morning, everybody's up. Everybody's up. And it's a great, wonderful morning for all that to happen. I appreciate it. I find it interesting how it just so happened to be that everybody decided to wake up this wonderful early morning. Go to bed? No. I'm awake. That's the thing. I went to bed last night. Instead of running the show. And now I'm awake. I'm awake and I'm ready. Well, everybody else is awake and ready too. Everybody else is. So, because everybody else is awake and ready as well, cameras will not go on today. Cameras are going to stay off for the simple fact that I don't know when he's going to decide he wants to run in this room for any reason whatsoever for the next few hours ish. I will potentially have a guest. I had a young lady actually say that she would come and join me at some point in time. We'll see if that happens. Say hi to everybody. What's up, Daisy Girl? Clumsy. Elizabeth OG. Suzanne. What's up, Suzanne? Good to see you. Glad to see y'all. Name of the game. You want to talk about something? Talk about it. We'll see if we can't create a conversation out of any topic whatsoever. Otherwise, I think if somebody in particular comes in here, we might cover some of the stuff that I was originally going to cover last night. Potentially. And we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. The alien unboxing in Mexico. What about what? What's up, Cake? Good to see you, dude. A quick break. So, where else could I be? Or where else should you be? Right here with the rest of us wonderful people here in YouTube land. Trying to figure out where to go next. So I'll rest in peace to all those poor souls in Libya. What a disaster. I really have no clue of anything that's happened yet this morning. Libya, huh? Take a quick glance and see what we can figure out. Let's see. Somebody's supposed to be in here with me. Libya floods, death toll 20,000 feared dead in Dima. Floods. Sad. Suffered a hurricane and heavy rain. Caused dams to burst. I see a lot of floods, but I don't see that in particular. That's disturbing in itself. It's very disturbing. You speak of hurricanes. So is this the last hurricane that like whipped itself completely and totally around? Nope, not yet. That one's still out in the water as well. Margot. Post-tropical depression. Okay. Lee's still sitting at a category 2, looking like it's threatening the whole coast. Throws up in the between Boston and all the way up into Canada. They're going to be potentially seeing something from Lee. That's going to be something. Be something huge. Yes, follow your rumble just in case anything ever happens to you. I'll always still be there. The dams are not kept in infrastructure repair. Libya has been in disrepair for ages. I would assume that would probably be true. That they're, it's sad to see. Libyan floods, Moroccan earthquakes. I mean, all these natural disasters that happen just about anywhere are, disastrous. And even some of those man-made ones can be even just as much more, if not more so, disastrous. Like all these fires that we see happening everywhere, popping up across the country, around the world. Trying to blame it on something that it's not. You see the Belgian melon that took him down, probably saved his life. Huh? Clumsy. What a beautiful takedown of that escaped killer that has been orchestrated. I think that there was a lot more to it, trying to scare the citizenry. I think they kind of knew where he was all along, that they were able to continuously know what he's doing next, that he had received stolen the van, to having firearm in his possession, to all of a sudden being captured, and taken into custody the way he was, non-violently. It really seriously seems like there could have been more to that situation. He was taken down by the dog. Regardless if he was taken down by the dog or anybody else, he was captured as opposed to shot to kill. So like they had actually put out there. So it kind of seems a little orchestrated, in my opinion. they kind of knew that this guy was very dangerous anyway. Even the news reports were saying that he had previously done things in different places. He did something in Brazil before he come to the States and did this one. Why we're keeping him here and supposed to deporting him is kind of disturbing in itself as well. You'd think there'd be a lot more to go along with that. Hey, Daisy girl. I think it's a setup. So then I'm just kind of glancing through here, checking some Twitter, some emails, check a couple other things, see if there's anything of interest for the day. Anything that's gonna see. All right. I have a couple things from last night today. Kind of really wanted to cover that I thought was kind of disturbing. This should, let's do this. Because I just so happened to see something again. So it's going to become something huge for what it is. Here you go. Lauren Boebert. This is the representative out of Colorado. She's had some family issues of her own. She got herself escorted out of Beetlejuice. They went ahead, they escorted her out. So this is Republican rep Lauren Boebert is now bragging after video of being booted out of a Denver theater for causing a disturbance. On the way out of my favorite part of the video, the Colorado congresswoman told the Daily Beast's Zach Patricio, the Denver Post first reported that Boebert was escorted out on Sunday night performance in a Broadway touring Beetlejuice in the city-owned Buell Theater. According to the incident report, venue staff received 3 different complaints of Boebert and a companion vaping, singing, and causing a disturbance. Vaping in the theater. You're not supposed to vape. Vaping's just as bad, if not worse, than regular cigarettes. And everybody knows this now. Everybody that comes around here knows this. I've told you several times. So when it comes down to it, vaping, singing, causing a disturbance by anyone in a movie theater, you have the right to be kicked out. The interesting is that it's her that just so happens to get kicked out. We kind of course, you can't hear anything. You can't hear anything when it comes down to it. You can just see them trying to kick them out. So then, the question is so who's she with? Who's she with? While this is occurring, who is it that is that it's not a husband? She's just recently divorced, and obviously not a son, because he looks like he's about as old, if not older, than she is. I know you can't really see him right here, but As soon as they get them outside, remove them, you get better look at them. You get a better look at them. You see that he doesn't look much younger than she does. And she's very, I mean, she's dressed to a point. Even from the distance, you can kind of see how skimpy the dress is that she had to, pull up. She had to pull it up because it was not enough of a dress. That's our wonderful, illustrious House Representative, Freedom Caucus participant, Representative Lauren Boebert. So glad that that the wonderful people of this establishment were able to find her and him vaping, dancing, laughing, boobies. Yes, lots of boobies. What's up, Misfit? Good to see you. And there just happens to be so much footage of this happening, of them being walked out, kicked out. The only ones walking down this street. Whatever you call it. Kind of an interesting ordeal to see Boebert get kicked out. She got herself kicked out of a movie theater. Way to go, Boebert. Way to go. You just made the House Freedom Caucus also much more interesting. If there wasn't enough going on with the House Freedom Caucus as B, you got the likeness of Matt Gaetz, and there's an awful lot of people that have an opinion about him as well. To now have Lauren Boebert. Yeah, we're going to call her Boebert from now on. Yeah, she got them boobs. More boobs. That was really... It was a lot of footage. It was an amazing amount of footage that they had of these two getting kicked out of this and walking all the way up these walkways.
Dad.
Uh-huh. Sorry about that. We'll be back here. Might be distracted yet one more time. Be right with He's having a hard time trying to find what it is that he wants. Doesn't know where he put it down last. Doesn't know where he put it down last. So I mean, it's why is this kid up so damn early? Wants to be like dad. He just hollered from across the room, I found it. So, okay, good enough. Sounds like so. As far as yes, that tadpole's healthy. Yeah, he's awake. He's normally not awake for a few hours. He did actually take a nap yesterday because uh, you know he's growing. He's a growing boy, and that's what happens. That's what happens. So he's looking at. Looks like Good Lugs just got blocked on YouTube for using Apple content. What? What are you talking about? Using Apple content. That's ridiculous. I'm assuming there's a tweet out there. How did you hear about this squabble? Not going to be here very much longer today. He's going to sit here and he's going to be bugging me. He's going to be wanting things all day. It's going to be another one of those. I'll be dragging butt, trying to figure out if I can get something done tonight. 24 minutes. And there's nothing in server saying anything either. Squaw Bob. Where are you hearing this from? Got a notification when I went there. The video was down. So notice it was blocked due to containing Apple content. Huh. It should have said so many hours ago, because this is from late last night, right? Did play the Apple Mother Nature commercial last night and made fun of it. Assuming regular, and I guess they woke up to next stream. Well, that's very interesting. Just to copyright something? Take down the whole video over copyright. Some of these people out there just can't take any criticism whatsoever. They just can't handle the fact of somebody, hand them a new one for their ridiculous idiocies of whatever their ads are about, or what they're doing, why they're doing it. And you should be able to take some of that criticism or whatever, because if Apple would actually think about it, yes, I know they got several billion customers. They don't really have to care about one particular person or another. But when you have somebody like Good Logic, who actually has 91,000 subscribers, he does have an audience that listens to him. He does have an audience that pays attention to the words that comes out of his mouth. So if that's the case, why would somebody go to the point of doing such a thing to remove their video, regardless to what he said or how he said it? If he praised him, would have been different. It's kind of disturbing. It's kind of disturbing to hear that they've gone that far. Everybody, if you haven't done so, make sure you check out Good Logic, aka Joe Neerman. He's a great friend of this channel. I see now what you're talking about. I fell asleep. Thinking about really help know what verdict today. They probably will take a while to make a decision on that. I don't see that being something that would be handed out so quickly. I think that they're gonna try rehashing that as much as they possibly can, to be sure to dot their I's, cross their T's, do all those things to be sure that they're gonna get what they're really trying to hand out. It's kind of disturbing, the whole thing, really. I've been trying to pay attention to it through Christina, through Radix Verm. You can only get so much in a busy day. In a busy day, when it comes to things being busy, you have the tendency to not have the availabilities for everything. Like, I didn't have the availability to run a show last night because I was dead tired from the whole day of park, to running around, to watching the construction vehicles outside tearing up roads and patching holes and all of that wonderful stuff. I don't know if I should go through. I really don't want to go through all of last night's stuff. McCarthy launched an impeachment inquiry. There's a video to go with that. That was supposed to be last night's show. That would have been the start of it. Like a 3.5 minute video of McCarthy coming out and announcing that yes, he indeed is going to run an impeachment inquiry into Joe Biden. Of course, the Democratic left has the tendency to think that they're just going after him is a witch hunt in itself, and this, that, and the other. And it's pretty much hypocrisy at its best from both sides. Going ahead and calling out whatever it is, however it is. It's gross. It's grossly disturbing. Christina was in the courtroom yesterday. I think the first group trial booked 5 days for not guilty and came back for Brandon and Dan. Christina was in the courtroom yesterday. Live stream is exhausting even on a normal day. It can be. It really can be. It's you don't think about it. You don't think about it. When it comes down to it, you don't normally talk for several hours on end without taking a rest or just sitting there in silence for a while. I get and I hope that people are understanding of it. When you sit in a room and I just get done running a 3-4 hour show, I don't want to sit there and talk for another few hours. I might talk for 15-20 minutes and kind of start chilling and relaxing and resting, because you can't, absolutely nobody can talk that long. And I know there's some good ones out there. I know there's some good ones that can really just talk about anything and tell a big, huge, long story about absolutely nothing, and it leads you down this road of where the fuck did we just go, type thing. It can be hard to do. It can be very difficult of just sitting there talking the whole time, trying to make sure that there's some kind of noise being produced, which is sometimes when you get to the point of being tired, you go ahead and you play a video. You're like, hey, there's this video. Like this guy. There's this guy here. Where you go and you're like, we don't need to listen to the whole thing.
The president was present at some of the meetings between Hunter Biden and his business
within
associates.
a few seconds, he says.
Why was the president at those meetings on those phone calls?
Well, again, I think this is part of the right wing's misinformation machine to try to confuse people about what the truth is. The truth is that the president, as he has said publicly for years, calls his family every day to check in. He calls his son every day to check in. He calls his other family members to check in to see how they're doing. He loves them. They're a tight-knit family. And what the GOP's own witness testified in this case is that that's exactly what the president was doing. He was checking in with Hunter during a particularly hard time, I might add, a time where the family was going through Hunter's brother Beau's illness. And of course, the president checks in with his son and talks to him. But again, that witness testified no business dealings of Hunter Biden's or anyone's was discussed in these conversations.
And apparently he just must be telling the truth when he actually says he just simply loves his son. Just simply loves his son. He calls and he checks in with him every day because he simply just loves his son. Toy Box Brain, what's up? 7 minutes is too much talking for me. Then I need a 13-hour break. It can be a lot, and I've been trying to do what I was intended to do. It was run a couple different shows. I've been running a couple different, doing a morning show, doing a night show. Took the night off last night, which is the reason I'm kind of going through some of last night's stuff, just so I can clear that room. I can just feel like, okay, now I get, because I usually bookmark all my stuff and make it easier for myself to produce a show. So I had those 2 videos. What did I have here? So then I had Matt Gaetz complaining about Hunter Biden business deals. It's really interesting to see how far this has gone. Leader Jeffries, his 42-second clip is gold. The minority house leader, the Democrat guy, the 42 seconds of information that comes out of him just makes you be like, huh? What the fuck did he just say? I've been watching Up North live. I think it's called MLS. It's been in Denmark. Yep. He went over to visit Broken Baker and Nicholas Starl. That's a difficult person to try booking. Nick Starl. I've tried to get information through to him to get him on a show somewhere sometime. He's hard to book. He's hard to get the because of the time zone differences. He's got so much stuff going on himself. It's hard to get him to come through. MLS is going to catch up on a child, but also be in verdict watch. MLS sued the governor during coup for lockdowns. Really interesting.
Extreme MAGA Republicans have launched an illegitimate impeachment inquiry that is a kangaroo court, fishing expedition, and conspiracy theater rolled into one. There is not a shred of evidence
to have this guy simply say that right there and point out the Democratic Party's hypocrisy and doing exactly that. It's exactly what they're doing. They're pointing themselves out. They're like, this is what we've done, and now this is what they're doing. And both wings, that same bird. Hakeem Jeffries isn't that far off. He isn't that far off. This dude gave me a shout out the other day. Super cute. They're drinking.
that President Joe Biden has engaged in wrongdoing. There is not a shred of evidence that President Joe Biden has committed an impeachable offense.
Nothing. Zero things. Okay. I'm glad that you could come up and you could tell me that there's zero things that could happen. Can I show stuff from? I don't know if I can. I'd rather ask for permission, because she might just, in my opinion, if I was her, I'm not sure if showing, especially without her being here, or without being able to ask permission to do so. Not that I don't have a way of asking, but if she'd get back to me is beyond that. I really couldn't tell you if she'd allow me to. Now, if I had just the court footage and I could go through that I might do without asking. But going through her stuff, I think I'd want to ask. It was a live stream yesterday. Okay. She got her Creative Commons turned on. I don't want to go. I'd rather ask if that was still the case. I don't want to take something from her. The interesting was when you go to her YouTube. It says Child Day 13 streamed 2 days ago. It was the last live video that's up there. If she put something up yesterday, Up North Live, Whitmer kidnapped plot Child Day 15. It was a live stream yesterday. So is this through MLS? Is that what you're talking about? Is that what you're saying, Aaron? He's going to do something here again today. MLS is going to. But Child Day 4 Part 2. Verdict Watch. Either one of them, I would want to ask permission before I did anything with any of their stuff. Just so I know that that they know that we're just going to take it and review it. So if anybody ever wants any of that to ever happen, that's something that I'd have to go through with them to be sure that they're okay. Me using their content to make content, because I'd rather do it correctly and not just go take their stuff. But yeah, looks like he's doing Verdict Watch. He's got himself set up for hour and 12 minutes from now. Later, Rabbit. I know where you're headed. I know where she's headed. She's going to go over by the expert. I'm assuming he started. Yeah, he should have just started. Just like, because that's what I do. Go say hi. Yeah, see, he's still live. So, or he's just going live. Perfect. Closing arguments that he's going to go through. That should be interesting. That should be interesting to see what's going on there. Um, clear a few things out from last night yet, real quick. Mitt Romney will not be running. Will not be running for Senate in 2024. He's ruled himself out. Once out of the Senate, there should be an interesting seat to be open. In Utah, Republican as it is, he was kind of a rhino. He's kind of a rhino, and it's good to see him gone. Yes, this was. So then, when I first came in to look at any of this, I did the Lauren Boebert thing because my brain triggered off of it. The Lauren Boebert stuff or whatever, it had some other interesting. She's rebranding herself. She's trying to not MAGA herself, I guess, is what their words are. To keep herself from being known as that person. That was totally infatuated with Donald Trump. People trying to move themselves away from it just a little bit to see if they can hold some traction, get some traction in different ways. What's up, Squabble? September 14th, 1741, Handel's Messiah. 1814, Star Spangled Banner. 1847, U.S. conquers Mexico. 1982, Grace Kelly demise. 1985, Golden Girls. 2009, Patrick Swayze passes from pancreatic cancer. National Coloring Day. There you go. There you go. National Coloring Day. We'll have to go and color a couple pictures later today. Federal judges actually blocked. What the heck? Where did my mouse go? Having problems. Okay, there it is. Like, lost my mouse in this sea of screens. Michelle Lujan Grisham, the lady from New Mexico, in her ban block, where she tried to take away Second Amendment rights, it seems as though they went ahead and said that they're not going to back her on her thought when it comes to this law. They're like, no. Everybody that from the mayor to the sheriff to the uh, um, the AG, all of them, they're like, nope, not gonna do it, not gonna do it. 'Cause she was wrong, and they all realized that she was wrong. Every single last one of them realized that she was wrong. So yeah, it's a good. It was a good night for freedom-loving citizens. Your mouse runs away. It sometimes doesn't come back. Freedom. Yeah. And it really did run away. You know, the interesting, I have to actually go check YouTube. My studio's not even open. Everything I'm reading is the delay between that and StreamYard. StreamYard, there's another 3-second delay. So if you get 30-second delay from me and then there's a 3-second delay coming back in, it's kind of ridiculous. What's so funny, Daisy Girl? What's going on? Chicago Teachers Union's heads turn in the rambling mess and confronted with their hypocrisy. There were some interesting videos that were put out there. That one might make the cut today still. Hurricane Lee, we kind of hit on Hurricane Lee. I was going to try covering some of that last night. It seems as though it hasn't reached landfall, that everybody's along the coast been battered still with heavy water, or lots of water, heavy rain, and flooding. Lots of flooding. Hope Squab and all those wonderful people that live down in that area are safe. Beautiful. What's up? Good to see you there. So then, what else did I have? Oh, see, then I had, that's where I cut to. And that one still might be, there's a couple of Rumble exclusives that I wanted to do. Those ones will probably be left for tonight. Just so I know that I do have something to go through. I think that was pretty much it. I really didn't have a lot of time yesterday to go through all the articles I wanted to. Yeah, I seen your message, Jay. I seen you. Because you said you were listening, and I think I acknowledged you verbally. Hope you're feeling better. I don't know. Is there anything else that I should do? I should worry about? I think maybe I should go and check out, see what this tadpole's actually doing for the day. Do my damnedest to be ready for tonight and bring you something. It's Thursday, so it should be okay. Don't forget Friday night. There's an open mic, and P-Dog Knight will be in. He's fun to talk to. He's been through a bunch of different communities, and he's a very interesting fellow. I've joined him a couple times. I think I originally met him through Nick Rekitas, if I'm not mistaken. let's go with that. I'll see y'all later. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna sneak out of here, and then it was Saturday, Eric Hunley, and Sunday, Vicky's birthday party. So there should be some interesting next few days coming up. Don't forget to check all this out, and I appreciate y'all. We'll see you tomorrow or tonight, for sure. Tomorrow. What am I on? Love y'all. Later.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.